Good evening, everyone. The Scottish National Youth Work Awards 2023. Yep, we're here. In case you thought you were somewhere else. We made it. The awards promises to be another fantastic night of celebration, storytelling, reminiscing, and eating. Yes, eating. I'm not forgetting that bit, so I will be brief. It's a real honour, and it's humbling to think about what tonight represents. Tonight represents the best of youth work. And youth work is life-affirming, life-enhancing, life-changing work. Wouldn't you agree? Tonight, we get to pause from the daily struggles of the day-to-day. I'm not, of course, talking about the work with young people. That's the bit we all love. That's the bit, whether we're volunteering or we're paid to do it, we love that bit. I'm talking about the endless evaluation forms, risk assessment forms, funding bids, elbows out negotiating to stay alive and stay in business work that goes on behind the scenes that you know about. Youth work organisations need to do this day in, day out before they can even begin to do that face-to-face work with children and young people that makes it all worthwhile. And with all respect to other professionals and allied professions in formal education, health and social work, my wife's a teacher. I know how hard they work. I know she's got long holidays coming up as well. Sorry for anyone. But it's something that, other sectors maybe just don't get in the same way we do. That daily grind to justify your existence. Well, tonight you don't need to do the daily grind. We know what you do and we know it's important. It's very clear to me that despite all the challenges around funding, workforce parity, and a less than secure statutory basis, that youth workers continue to make the biggest difference with the smallest budget in the lives of children and young people. And tonight we get to celebrate youth work and its impact on young people. And we get to celebrate what I want to call tonight purposeful acts of kindness. Purposeful acts of kindness. Now, you've heard of random acts of kindness, yeah? Those things that people do, that's the least expected things. Like when my teenager at home puts his clothes stuff in the laundry basket. I mean, wow. It's just like that moment. It's definitely a random act of fleeting kindness to behold. So random acts of kindness have become a very fashionable thing, and rightly so. In fact, there's a whole industry around it. You can join the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation. You can contribute to the Kindness blog. You can get the Random Acts of Kindness merch. You can become a Random Acts of Kindness influencer. And look, I'm all for it. It's great. It's great when these things happen. But it got me thinking, what's even better than random acts of kindness? Purposeful acts of kindness. Planned out, outcomes-based, relationships-focused, co-designed acts of kindness, because, for me, that's what youth work is about, day in, day out. Youth work is not random. Youth work is not a one-off. Youth work should never be just by chance. It's a right. It's a right that every young person should have access to youth work. And as our former Commissioner for Children and Young People said, youth work is human rights work. And when done well, youth work is persistently purposeful, relentlessly relational, and doggedly determined to put young people at the centre of all of our activity. Don't try and get me to say those words again after a drink. That's why all at YouthLink Scotland will continue to campaign in all of the sector for increased investment in youth work, a right to youth work, access to good facilities for youth work, strengthened CLD regulations, and security of jobs and training opportunities for youth work professionals, core infrastructure and support for youth work volunteers. We will all work towards these goals with our stakeholders and funders and partners. Do you know, I've been so proud of the sector as we at YouthLink have listened to, collated countless stories of the impact of youth work changing young people's lives. Stories of purposeful acts of kindness, stories of care and attentiveness to the needs and concerns of young people across Scotland, supporting them to speak up and to be the change that they want to see around them, be it addressing climate change, promoting equality, eradicating poverty, or all three of the above. Challenging times are ahead. The impact of the pandemic is still being felt. There are concerns around inequality and child poverty, big concerns affecting young people's lives as they grow. And we must have much to do to correct and build a diverse and inclusive youth work sector available for all young people across Scotland. But I'm hugely optimistic that the can-do, agile youth work workforce will grow and meet the demands with the right support. So tonight, enough for me to say, but I just want to say thank you again to all the youth works, aka the advocates, the co-designers, the empathizers, the encouragers, the challengers, the careers advisors, the coaches and counsellors, the supporters, the can-doers, the change makers, all of you who walk alongside young people every day, evenings, weekends, holidays, and help them to reach their full potential. Thank you. I hope you do enjoy this evening. And now, time for food. Thank you.